Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ninda Handayani. I'm from the English Language Study Program Class A in 2024 with ID number 2402110015. Alright, now I'm gonna read the journal with the title The Implementation of the Cambridge Lower Secondary English Curriculum, Teachers' Voice at One Private School in Palembang. English has become a subject that is taught the student at school. Johnson 2017 divide that are various reasons for learning a foreign language, which are for study purpose, adapting to the new culture of the country in which someone lives, for international communication or with people from different countries, and for international communication or with people from within their country. The learning process consists of supporting material and strategy are included in the activity during the learning process take place. The activity during the learning process takes place according to Lismina 2017. The component of the curriculums consists of a material learning strategy and evaluation. Moreover, a study conducted by Sukmawati 2021 so that a curriculum has components such as development of objectives or materials or content, strategies or method also took, and researches or which consists of evaluation. In short, a curriculum is one of the elements in teaching that consists of component. Concerning English as a subject, it is related to the curriculum used. Over time, a curriculum is always changed or updated. There are national and international curricula that have their own purpose and competencies that want to be received in education. According to Sudarman 2019, there are competencies by using an international curriculum to face globalization. They are related to communication skill, the ability to think clearly and critically, the ability to consider moral issues as a problem, the ability to be a good citizen, responsibility, the ability to try to understand and be tolerant of different points of view, and the ability to live in a globalized society. Aside from that, the Indonesian generation must have a broad array of interest in life, be willing to work, be intelligent. The relation between English subject and the curriculum here is for teaching English subject by using Cambridge Lower English Secondary. Cambridge Lower Secondary is one of Cambridge Secondary expand on what students learn in Cambridge Primary and prepare them for studies in comprehension and use of language element, as well as their ability to use language effectively in a variety of oral and written contexts. They are also improving their literary analysis and critical reading skill. This program equips students with the language and literacy skill they need to succeed in school and in life. Several kinds of research on the implementation of Cambridge curriculum have been conducted. One of the study was conducted by Prativi 2018, which entitled the practice of English language teaching using Cambridge primary curriculum in Sekolah Dasar Kristen Kalam. The finding revealed the difference with this study was the teaching and learning approach follow the principle of metacognition and active learning, in which a student-centered classroom was emphasized. While the teacher was autonomous to design the teaching approach, also the study did not conduct the stage of implementing a curriculum. However, the similarity between the study and our study was in the classroom activities, in which the interaction between teacher and student was positive. Students demonstrated eager learning and participant as well as a highly competitive atmosphere. However, the similarity between the study and our study was in a highly competitive atmosphere. However, the similarity between study and our study was the classroom activities, in which the interaction between teacher and student was positive. Students demonstrate eager learning and participant as well as a highly competitive atmosphere. As the preliminary study which was conducted for that, we interviewed the teacher of English at SIS, we found that in primary school, Cambridge only used for the test of the end the level of the state, which is called as Cambridge primary checkpoint. However, SIS has been used Cambridge curriculum in teaching English because Cambridge is a great curriculum in the world. Therefore, students were expected to be ready for facing the world by competition. They had scheduled for implementing Cambridge primary English SIS prepare teacher in order to take part in training from Cambridge, because by following the training, teacher proficiency and competency could not be doubt and follow the Cambridge lower secondary English instruction and framework in teaching. Third, by implementing Cambridge curriculum, students were interested in learning. After analyzing the result of the research by using thematic analysis, we found that there were some stages in implementing Cambridge secondary English curriculum. Those are program development, learning implementation, and evaluation. The first was program development. In developing the program, the teacher should do need analysis because from the teacher perception, refined that need the adjustment of the student, and schools need our perception revealed that need that the adjustment of the student and school needs are important. It means every school and student have a different need. It was aligned with Sulistiani 2018, who found that the use of need analysis in teaching and learning process of a language course can assist both the teacher and the student. Needs analysis can assist the teacher in determining the student needs, defines and desires. By having a need analysis, teacher also can adjust the syllabus, scheme of work to the student and school needs by adopting the material but adapt the pain for teaching. Jay, Rose, and Milligan 2017 show that adapting the most appropriate material for exploring the educational subject of the learning-teaching relation. Publication emphasized the complexity of education and the possibility of adapting methodology from other fields to allow for more adaptable and flexible approaches. The student in implementation of learning that during the learning English process, students could learn well without any difficulties in acquiring the material. It was because the teacher had a good way of teaching the student. Teacher way in motivation influence the learning process. So the studies show that the teacher has a role in enhancing student learning. Motivation is one of the essential tasks that must be included in learning activities. Aside from offering and transferring knowledge, teachers are also responsible for encouraging children's drive to study. It can be denied the student studying with others is quite different, which is why it is critical for teachers to continually stimulate students. That students always have the spirit of learning and are able to become students who succeed and can develop themselves maximally. Also, learning and are able to become students who student and can do. Also, the study found the student not only learn English by using Cambridge lower secondary curriculum but also use it as a daily language. English become medium of instruction at school, so that student capabilities are good in learning English by using the curriculum. This case is in line with the study conducted by Ernawati Sofendi and Silviani 2021 that revealed EMI can help them improve their English language skill and enrich their vocabularies, prepare them for better study in the still have difficulty using it due to their low vocabulary English pronunciation skill. In addition, curriculum, the material engage the student. The material were important to be taught to the student so that appropriate the aim of its curriculum. A study was conducted by Damayanti Fauzi and Inayati. Based on the result of the thematic analysis of the data, we found the 3 stages of implementation Cambridge lower secondary English curriculum. They were program development, implementation of learning, and evaluation. The first stage was program development. There were 6 points in program development. 6 points in this stage, they were the teacher adapt the teaching plan from Cambridge lower secondary English curriculum to the school's need. The teacher follow and adjust the scheme of work. English as a guideline in the English instruction. The teacher adopt Cambridge lower secondary in curriculum material for English instruction, the teacher created a unit plan for the English instruction. The second stage was the implementation of learning. There were 6 points in the second stage. There were the Cambridge Lower Secondary English placed more focus on student writing skill. The teacher engaged students during the learning process by having them reflect on their daily lives in relation to the English instruction. The teacher reflect themselves on the teacher attributes such as confidence in teaching the Cambridge Lower Secondary English curriculum. The last step was evaluation based on the teacher perception. There were 4 points. The teacher followed all the assessment tool from Cambridge, the level of Cambridge question in higher thinking order than Indonesian for English assessment. The result of student performance in Cambridge Lower Secondary English checkpoint in accordance with Cambridge aim and the form of Cambridge Lower Secondary English checkpoint are essay, tick a box, and writing. Okay, that is the end of my journal review. I hope it was clearly and informative. Thank you for your time and attention. And the last from me, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.